Hello folks, all of you will agree how important cell phone is these days. Let me start with a story of a client of mine, Bill Shoemaker, who is the head of media department of a regional hospital. Bill is very passionate about having in-building coverage at his hospital. So when I asked for the reason of his dedication, Bill told me a very touching story. Bill still remembers the last day when his father, Mr. Ormond Shoemaker, was in his deathbed at the same hospital. It was sub-zero weather outside, but there was no good cell phone reception inside the building. So to call his friends and relatives, Bill had to step out of the hospital many times in that snow before his dad passed away. Bill was close to his father, and Bill's regret was that he could not spend enough time with his dad like he wanted to. Not everyone goes through this kind of situation, and in this may be a unique example. But cell phone reception these days are crucial for keeping in touch with friends, relatives, and loved ones. But did you know that business organizations too are increasingly considering cell phone as a business tool? With sales, text, internet, maps, pictures, documents, and apps, cell phones have become just as important as your business laptop. Cell phone is not a luxury anymore, it's a utility tool. It must be very frustrating if you are working inside a building that does not have good cell phone coverage. More than 70% of data used over cell phones are from indoor, but less than 30% of indoor areas in the US has decent cell phone coverage. DAS, which stands for Distributed Antenna Systems, basically an indoor cellular network, fill in these coverage gaps. Pretty much all offices have some sort of cabled or Wi-Fi network for office computers. So why not deploy a cell phone network if it has poor signal inside? Well, this awareness had been spreading rapidly. Big operators such as Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon have also realized this, and they are building thousands of indoor and outdoor DAS networks across the nation. We had been in DAS business for over 15 years, working mainly for the big operators. But in the last few years, we are getting increasing number of calls from business organizations that pretty much starts with the same question. Hey, my boss has asked me to look into DAS. Where do I start? This course will answer that question and much more. In every DAS projects, a lot of people from outside the DAS industry must get involved. They are architects, building construction team, IT, facilities management team, project managers, just to name a few. There is quite a bit of learning curve to the whole engineering and business side of DAS. So most of these people navigate through these projects somewhat blindly or with limited knowledge. Worse, there is really no vendor-neutral online or on-site courses available for people outside DAS. And why vendor-neutral? Because most webinar or DAS tutorials are made by equipment manufacturers, and it just tells the audience how great their product is. Decision makers and project managers deserve to know DAS from a vendor-neutral perspective. If you are in IT or information technology, in commercial construction or architecture, in building safety or facilities management, in project management, or even you are just starting out in DAS industry, this is the course for you. In less than 4 hours, you will know the basic DAS terminologies, core architectures of 3 types of DAS, principal rules and regulations of public safety DAS, typical processes involved in DAS implementations, types and names of companies involved in DAS, business and funding models, budget and bid process, and DAS project management milestones. No complicated RF theory or formula. In simple diagrams and slides, I will show you how a DAS comes together. Once you go through this course, you will be able to manage DAS projects and interface with all aspects of resources for DAS. You'll be able to assess the feasibility of DAS for your organization and guide your organization into and through a DAS project. So why wait? Let's start our short journey into the world of DAS.